Doug Osborne, thanks for coming in.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Thanks for having me.
On your third run for the City Council, what's motivating you to run?
Well, like many of the residents of the city, I've been increasingly concerned regarding failing infrastructure, excessive spending on seasonal recreational activities, blighted properties in the area, things of that nature.
So that's the key thing, fiscal accountability, spending. When you say seasonal infrastructure, you're talking about
seasonal recreation.
Seasonal recreation.
Yeah, so
pools?
Pools, the golf course, these things carry on reoccurring operational costs year after year. And I think it really puts a lot of pressure on the budget.
So should the City Council have just said no to the golf course and opening up more pools?
I would say neither, actually. I would say that really, I think when it came to the pool on the north side, we could have probably got it for a better price if we renovate it for a little bit cheaper than $4 million. In terms of the golf course, you know, the whole way the deal went down, you know, was pretty unsavory. I don't know if it was worth that cost.
You came in wearing a badge around your neck. What do you do?
Sure, so I'm a probation officer for Jefferson County.
Do you think that experience translates any to city responsibilities?
Absolutely. I think both being a probation officer and in my previous position as a CPS caseworker for 7 years translates very well to both. I've spoken to a number of people within the community in both those positions, working collaboratively with families to try to resolve different issues that they may have. So I think that, you know, that would definitely translate over talking with other members of council and members of the public.
All right. Doug, this has been an issue the other two times you've run before, but the issue gets ever more pressing now that we're 4 years out basically from the 2030 financial cliff we'll face from the $6 million loss in hydropower revenue. Mm-hmm. What do you think the city can be doing for the next 4 years to not make that impact as severe?
Right, so I think there should have been a sense of urgency a while back, immediately after that they held that committee, to see what some of the options could be prior to the contract ending. I think right now we need to actually speak with National Grid prior to the contract ending to see if we can build the framework of what our next steps will be, whether it is the spinning reserve option that we've been told, whether it's selling some of our excess to the residents, which would entail having communication with National Grid to kind of figure that out and how that would work, or working with the state to find out what these recreational credits are actually worth.
I think it's accepted, though, the city can't begin to recapture most of the revenue that's currently getting out of that. Does the city have to brace for cutbacks?
I would say so. Cutbacks and trying to find other avenues to generate more revenue somewhere.
Current city councils, the current one, the previous one, probably have not been best known for getting along real well.
True.
How well do you think you would fit? Would you align yourself with a faction on the city council? How do you think you would make it get along?
No, I don't think I would be a part of a faction whatsoever. I'm pretty independently minded. But I would be willing to work with all members of the council, trying to build consensus, trying to be a cohesive group, which I think has been lacking in recent years. I think a lot of the petulant politics that we've seen over the last 4 to 5 years has really been at the detriment of the community, and quite frankly, it's been difficult with and taxing on the budget as well.
So the Thompson Park Zoo, you talk about spending and what the city can afford, what it cannot afford.
Yeah.
Can the city afford a zoo, and to what degree can the city continue to invest in it?
I don't think we have the funds right now. That's not to say that the zoo hasn't been a cornerstone of this community for a long time, but I think if you look at their most recent business plan, they're looking at around $650,000 this year alone, and then $750,000 for the next 4 years between the city and the county. I just don't think that we can fork over that amount at this time, especially with the budget crisis that we're in.
Yep. All right, very good.
Awesome.
Doug Osborne, thank you. Good
Thank
luck.
you. I hope you got some stuff.